I made a couple videos where I explained to you how to find profitable items to craft. I showed you how to start from scratch using either affinities or PoE Ninja and also spreadsheets. But if you don't feel confident in your ability, or maybe you are unwilling to do the work, put in the work, there's a third method. I don't agree with this method, but I'm going to share it with you nevertheless. Um, and I'm not sure how ethical this is, but it's there. It's for the public. Everybody can use it. And this involves stalking or espionage. You are going to steal information from the rich, how they're making money, and you can apply it to yourself. Now, I don't agree with this method. I don't use it. Maybe my since my experience with this method it's limited. Maybe I'm not going to be the best guide. This is not going to be the best tutorial, but I'm going to share what I know. So basically, when you go to the trade website, there's this thing called seller account. And if you search by seller account, you can see all the items that they have for sale. I personally think that this should not exist, but it does, and here's how to make use of it. If you go to bulk item exchange, for example, and you want to look at people that have many divines, and maybe they want to buy mirrors, just giving you an example, and look at the first guy. He has almost 5,000 divines. If you click on his name, you can now copy his um, profile name. And if you go to search listed items, if you enter his account name, these are all the items he sells. And no wonder that there's only divines listed to buy mirrors. And I mean, this is a mirror. He's selling mirrors, and he has a buy order uh, for divines. So the reason why this guy is doing this is because he wants to protect his real identity. He does not want other people to uh, stalk on him, to spy on him, to find out how he's making currency, because he has like 5,000 divines. Now, I don't condemn it. I don't condemn him because probably I would do the same if I had that much currency and I actually cared. Um, he is obviously a tryhard when it comes to this game, so this is why he's doing this. He wants to keep everything secret. Um, Fair enough. I'm just going to go for the next person. So the next person that has many divines and wants to buy mirror. Let's look at this guy. Click on his name. Now you can copy his profile because you cannot copy it from here. Or you can, but yeah, you have to delete some characters. Either way, let's look at this guy, what he is selling. So this guy is not hiding the item that he is selling. Now what you can do with this, you can change the buy method, the sell method. You can actually add um, a minimum requirement. So here it will only show items that are worth 200 chaos or more. And you can even search when they were listed. Right now, if I type 200, it will show me. It will also show me items from a month ago, like these items right here. But if you go for up to a week ago, chances are these are the better items he's selling. And you can look at this. But this is not useful for crafting. For crafting, you cannot just go to the mirrors. Maybe you can look at the uniques he's buying, but in general, these items right here are mainly uniques flipped or timeless cluster jewels. It doesn't help you with crafting. The main um, focus of this video is to show you how to find profitable items to craft. So there's another method. You can type here for the rarity any non-unique. You can select the divine orb, and you can put, when you're crafting for profit, it's somewhere in the range of 5, 10, 20 divines. but I will just put a maximum of 7 divines. I don't want to show me any lucky or super expensive crafts. I don't want to show me any mirror tier items. None of that. And the minimum, maybe you can start with 3 divines, for example. And you can also, what you can do, here it will also show cluster jewels. If you want to look at cluster jewels, you can select cluster jewels from this cluster jewels. But if you don't want to craft cluster jewels, you can type here any, and now you can type crafted modifiers. So now it will only show items that are crafted. If you only care about cluster jewels, you type here cluster jewel, like this. Um, if you only care about the large cluster jewel, you can type it like this, large cluster jewel. And large cluster jewel. And also, you want them to be listed up to a week ago. You don't want items that have been listed 2 months ago and didn't sell. You want items to be listed 1 week ago. So this is how you can search cluster jewels. But if you don't care about cluster jewels and you just care about crafting for profit in general, you just highlight these crafted modifiers. Most profit crafts are going to involve a bench crafted prefix or suffix. What you can do at this point, you can sort by the highest price if you want only, and you look for items that actually seem to have this value. So maybe you look at this pair of gloves. Let's open another trade, and you can this guy, I cannot copy his name, but I can right click it and copy it from here. And now I can copy his name. I can select up to 1 week ago, and for the chaos orb equivalent, maybe you can put 2 divines. Um, okay, so maybe you don't want flasks. So he's crafting a bunch of flasks. As you can see, these are all the items that he crafts. This guy is clearly a crafter, and he makes his currency by crafting. What you can do at this point, he has, look, in 1 week he has almost 2,000 items listed for sale that are above 2 divines. So this guy is only crafting. At this point, you can select once again any non-unique, and you can type crafted modifiers. So now it shows the items that he is crafting and he is selling. You can click here and it will list them by the value. If you want to not go above, let's say 70 divines, you can just type there 70, click this once again. And at this point, you look for similarities. You don't want to look just at one item, because if there is only one item, maybe he's just testing the market, and maybe that item is not good for sale. So for example, this pair of gloves, yeah, I'm not sure who in his right mind would pay so much for this pair of gloves. This is definitely bullshit. Nobody would pay so much for this pair of gloves. I don't know. For this pair of boots, excuse me. So at this point, you just look at what items he is selling, and they are similar. They repeat themselves. You look at this pair of gloves, for example. So fire damage to attacks with accuracy. Let's see this one. Anyway, you get the idea. So he seems like most of his items are going to be gloves, boots, or flasks. And you look at whatever he's crafting. After you have found items that have similar uh, items that are crafted in a similar fashion, You just go and test the market to see if they are actually profitable. So for example, let's look at this pair of gloves. So it has cold damage to attacks, maximum life, regenerate life per second, physical damage converted to cold damage. Let's see how expensive a pair of gloves would be with those stats. Once again, maximum life, regenerate life per second. Um, this is not a craft that I would try. So maybe this guy is full of shit and he's just testing the market. He seems like he has too many items that are listed for sale, and I don't know if they're actually worth this much. So, but you get the idea. You look at these, you copy their account name, and you look at what items they're crafting. Let's see. Like this, I'm not sure this amulet is worth 70 divines, to be honest. But you can just open their profile, copy it, uh, and replace it here. This guy has 52 items for sale, which is quite a lot. And you can once again start listed from the highest to the lowest and see what he's crafting. And then if you find similarities, like for example, this guy crafts a bunch of these rings, so maybe these rings are actually profitable and they're worth crafting. Who knows? I'm not sure actually how is he spamming chaos resistance to get this? I mean, this seems like a very complicated craft, but and I'm not sure if it's worth 50 divines. But let's see. Um, rings. Yeah, there are only a few of them on the market, so I'm not sure if this is profitable. Once again, but this is basically how you search. This is you can do this for cluster jewels, you can do it for many items. Basically, you look for similarities and then you test the market to see if it's profitable, and then you go to Craft of Exile and figure out the crafting process. Um,